Guys, how's it going? So as you may have noticed, October 18th is all specialty buildings until October 25th. So we get a full week of trying out all these specialty buildings. So I figured I'd just go over them, just give you a second opinion on what you guys might already know or what you guys already may think about the specialty buildings. Now I haven't really tried all of them out myself, so that's why I'm going to go over them out like right now and just tell you what I think about them. Just in my personal opinion, so please don't get mad at me if you don't agree with me 100%. So anyways, this might be actually a pretty long video, because I'm going to plan on going over all of them. So I'm just going to do it really fast. I'm going to go over each one for like a minute or so, just tell you what I think about them. I'm just going to do it on sandbox mode, because I really don't feel like going into too much detail about them. And going in through like 20 or 30 rounds to actually make them worth something. So now first of all, you get a free dart monkey. So what does that actually mean? Now, in something like a regular mode, like hard or easy or something like that, this will actually help quite a bit. One free dart monkey, and then you get a free dart monkey every 10 rounds. That also makes dart monkeys cheaper and everything like that, so that's definitely an interesting thing. So you just start off with a regular dart monkey, and then you get the $650. So that's definitely good for starting to get a good early economy. You get a good tower like this just to start. Now you really don't have like any extreme bonuses besides that, besides like the just the one guy every 10 rounds, but still it's actually pretty nice. It doesn't help a ton, but for those really hard levels where you have to make quite a few dart monkeys in the beginning, for example on Plutonium Lab or Death Valley or something like that, where you need to make quite a few dart monkeys, that's when this is good. So that's really all I'm going to go over for the dart monkey. Would I get it? Yeah, I'd say I'd get it. It's not one of the best, but it's definitely up there. The next one, which is the Tech Research Facility. So let's activate this one, and you get every second shot from the tech tower has an extra pierce. So let's just go over that. Do the exact same level the entire time, and go on sandbox again. Like I said, always going to go on sandbags for this one. And is it amazing? Well, I mean, not super amazing or anything like that. I mean, yeah, it can definitely help, because it's going to have every other shot going to have 2 pierce instead of 1. So you basically get 1.5 times the popping power. But then again, you have to think about the missing and all that nonsense. These guys can miss quite a bit. So that's a problem. The good thing about this guy, I guess, is just because it is pretty cheap, and it makes them even cheaper. And if you're going mainly tack shooters or something like that, where you have quite a few spots, for example on farm circles or something like balloon circles, these guys can actually be pretty good. But overall, I really wouldn't say like this is the best specialty building ever or anything like that. Yeah, that's really all I got to go over. I wouldn't recommend getting this one, really. I mean, it's kind of cheap, but still, yeah, meh. It's alright, you know, it's a specialty building, but doesn't make it excellent or anything like that. The next one is the Boomerang Dojo, so let's activate this one. So, first of all, everybody knows that 2-3 boomerangs are extremely, extremely good. I don't think anybody doesn't know that unless you're, like, brand new to this game. So, let's just put them right here, it doesn't really matter. And what the Boomerang Dojo, what happens is he will just keep, if they don't pop everything, he'll just keep, the boomerang will just keep going around in a circle twice instead of just once. So that means if you have something, so pretty much you just get a lot more shots out than before. Now this doesn't actually increase the popping power, which you guys just understand that if his glaive shoots and pops all the balloons, it will not go around again. So it really doesn't increase his popping power. But on the other hand, it helps versus some of the like lead balloons or something like that. For example, if you just had a regular 2-3 boomerang and you just had a bunch of lead balloons coming out, what might happen is he'll actually shoot them and he'll pop them down to like pinks or blacks or something like that, and then on the second time around he'll pop them down to like greens or something like that. But with this one, he'd actually pop all the leads and just keep shooting them and pop them all the way down to nothing. So not a lot of balloons coming at once. He'll actually pop them all a lot faster than he would if he was just a regular 2-3 boomerang. And also, obviously, it's just because he's cheaper, it does help out quite a bit. So that's it for the Boomerang Monkey I'm going to go over. I would definitely recommend this one. It doesn't increase the popping power, but does help out a bunch. Bombing range. Now this one's one of those debatable ones that most people are like, meh, why would you get that? I don't know why you'd get that. but I, on the other hand, kind of disagree. It's very good for deflation. So first of all, yeah, if you want to do this on deflation, if you want to get far on deflation, this guy's really good. A bunch of these cluster bombs or web maulers can do a lot of damage compared to if you actually had to upgrade all of them to the 4.0 or 4.2. And all those specialty building does is makes it so cannons can pop black or zebra balloons. And that really, you might say, well, it doesn't really matter that much, but I totally disagree, because this guy costs a lot of money. It costs $3,000 for just that one upgrade, $3,000 plus. While on the other hand, you could get cluster bombs for right around $1,500, and you could just mass a bunch of cluster bombs if you wanted, and you'd get a lot more popping power out of just massing these compared to making a bunch of these balloon impacts. So yeah, overall, I'd say this is actually a pretty good and cool and weird upgrade. Now, I wouldn't really recommend it for trying to beat something like really hard, like Plutonium Lab or anything like that. Really wouldn't help out that much, but deflation and stuff, definitely worth it. Late game, definitely worth it. So if you're just going for a late game thing, this is what you want. On the next one, this is Expire. Now this one is one of the most interesting ones because it can make really, really low level mages really, really good. Would I recommend getting this one? Yes. Just because for those really hard daily challenges where you get like only mages, this is what you need to do. You can just mass quite a few of these really low level mages and get a ton of popping power out of them. Not only do they have the regular just two pop shot or whatever, just the regular magic, they also have a heat seeking thing or balloon seeking thing that balloon seeks and shoots out a bunch of balloons on the path. So let me show you just an example of that. They have those little green blobs that shoot out. Now they don't shoot out at all like really, really fast like the blue ones do, but they do still shoot out. And they are seeking the balloons, which it's not as seeking as maybe the ninja shurikens, which is actually kind of a good thing, because the ninja shurikens actually seek too much, I think, but these guys are definitely good. So that's really all I have to say about these guys. Overall, yeah, I definitely recommend it, because for those daily challenges where you just have low-level mages, this will definitely help. What is next? So we got the Ice Fortress. Now this is one of my favorite, actually. Probably close to the Boomerang Thrower, but let's get back here. And the reason why I like this one is because you can pop frozen balloons very easily. Now, not only is Arctic Wind extremely overpowered in the first place, now you pretty much will have no problem beating like ceramics and like anything below that really easily. And I mean, normally, yeah, I mean, say use glue and use some boomerang or use a cannon somewhere around here, but I don't even really know if you totally need that. This guy's gonna pop mostly everything. Now, obviously, you're never gonna have just an ice tower. You're gonna have stuff around it. It just never happens like that. But this ice tower can do really, really freaking good. I don't know if it's gonna pop all of these, but I think it might. Let's see. Yeah, it sure looks like it's gonna pop them all pretty easily, actually. So, yeah, that's why I think this guy's super unbelievably overpowered. I mean, you don't even really need the glue or the cannons or anything like that. Normally, you need at least this and at least a 2-3 glue, or maybe a 3-2 glue, depending on who you are and how you like to play, or a 3-2 cannon or something like that. But yep, this guy completely owned all of them, pretty much no problem. I think you'd have a similar effect with regeneration ceramics, but I mean, that's for another video. Anyways, let's move on to the next one, because I'm trying to keep up with the video. I know this one's going to be kind of long, guys. There's the Ninja Academy, which, honestly, I haven't really played with it too much. I have seen it, but let's check it out. All it really does is, if you get a regular ninja, it makes 2 ninjas pop up every once in a while. So let's just show you that really fast. You can use this shadow double, and you get 2 of them. And now it does take a while for it to come back, but that's really not the huge issue with this. I mean, you get it for quite a while. You get it for like that 15 seconds, and 2 ninjas is obviously a good thing. So this is really only one of those things when you really, really have a problem beating a certain level, and you need to use this guy. Now, normally I don't like using abilities. That's why I really don't like this ninja one. I would not recommend getting this ninja one. Now, the good thing about it, though, is that if you get Bloon Jitsu or a strong ninja, you actually get 2 ninjas that are extremely, extremely strong as well. So let's just send out a couple ceramics here. It doesn't just make a low-level ninja. It makes 2 good ninjas, so that's obviously a good thing. And now it's not going to pop all these, but it does do pretty good. So you're doubling your popping power for, you know, a couple seconds, maybe 10 seconds or so, something along those lines. So yeah, that's a good thing, but you know, I don't like using abilities. I'd rather have a tower that just gets an upgrade that you can use all the time. That's why I do not like this ninja. I do not recommend getting the ninja one. The next one, spikes are us. So I've never really tried this out. People have been telling me that I've been using it wrong and that I'm explaining it wrong because I suck. No, I'm just kidding. Well, yeah, people have been saying that I do actually explain it wrong. When you have a spike factory, the thing about the spike factory is people tell me that you don't just get one set of road spikes every round that shoots out extra. You get a set of road spikes that you can use whenever you want. So that's a different thing than what I thought it was actually going to do. What I thought it was actually going to do. So that's more helpful than I thought, but I still really wouldn't recommend this. There's a lot of better specialty buildings than this. Now, if you're really going for all the specialty buildings and all that, I mean, this isn't one of the worst ones in the entire world, but it really doesn't help that much. Early game, maybe a little bit. Late game, it's just totally useless, not useful at all. So I wouldn't really recommend that one too much, unless you really just want to get all the specialty buildings. The next one, Mortar Emplacement. So that's okay. I'm getting a little bit of lag here. I don't know why. Okay, hopefully this lag will stop being so laggy and gay. Alright, sandbox mode. So this mortar emplacement, it actually just stuns the balloon. So let's see how bad it actually stuns them. So we'll just do this. I'll just make them just these regular guys right here. Let's make them 1-1, and we'll see what actually happens. So we'll send out a couple of these guys, and you see the normal stun. It doesn't pop the blacks or anything like that, but it's definitely a good average thing, because these are just regular mortars, and they're stunning the things. Now, if you use this correctly, you could do a lot of damage. Now, I'm not saying get like really high powered mortars. What I'm saying is, if you have something like a 0-0 mortar, and you're using that to stun balloons while you have other really powerful towers to kill the balloons, you're going to get huge advantage. So that's obviously a good thing. Now, I don't recommend getting really strong towers, but yeah, if you use them correctly by using this, you get stuns and you get more time to pop the balloons. Move on to the next one. So yeah, I would recommend getting that one. It's definitely good for some specialty, for some daily challenges and stuff like that. And then we got the Ace Private Hangar, which we got a couple more left, guys. Oopsie doodles. Sorry about that. Here is the Ace Private Hangar. Activate close. Well, my game is really lagging, guys. Don't know why. Guess those specialty buildings are making it lag. Oakley dokley, and we got the Monkey Ace. So let's just see what exactly happens with the Monkey Ace. I honestly don't remember. Oh yeah, they get these little shots coming out. And it seems like they're only really shooting when the balloons are facing them, not all the time. So that's kind of bad. I actually think this is kind of a bad upgrade. And then I've been told as well that when you increase the stuff, it actually doesn't make the shot any better. So I would actually not recommend Monkey Ace. It's extremely expensive and totally not worth it. Totally not worth it, in my opinion. Do not get the Monkey Ace's specialty building. It just doesn't have enough popping power. Monkey Aces in general are pretty good, but Monkey Ace specialty building, nah, wouldn't really recommend it. Now here, Pirate Cove, I'm just going to completely skip this, because it's just camo detection. I mean, you guys are going to understand camo detection, right? I sure hope so. I wouldn't recommend getting Pirate Cove, don't like it. It does give camo detection to towers around it, but realistically, in Bloons Tower Defense 5, there's so many towers that can see camo, you're really not going to need something like this. Camo detection for boats is not going to be one of those super unbelievably important things. Glue Supply Depot. This one's more interesting than the other ones. And Glue Supply Depot, basically, just when you pop some balloons, the glue will actually just go on the ground and last for a couple. It doesn't just delete after the round, it actually stays for a little while. So let's just do something like this, I guess, and we'll just send out quite a few balloons, and we'll see what happens. Let's just do this. Let's just glue them all, guys. And then when they pop, some of them will leave glue splatters like that. And then they last for a little while, and you can just have all these balloons come in there, and after a couple balloons run over them, they do disappear. And that's pretty much all this does. So yeah, I mean, that was pretty good. I mean, it definitely helps out glue a lot more of these towers. And then, not only that, the glue from that glue can make more glue. So it's like an exponential glue explosion. Okay, guys, that's why it's pretty cool. The next one we got is, what is the Dartling gun, I believe? Which honestly, people say Dartling gun ammo dump is actually really, really good. I would not totally agree. Oh yeah, by the way, glue supply depot, good thing. I would get it. Definitely like glue supply depot. Dartling ammo dump. So we got this one, the rifle range, and the super monkey layer. And I'm not even really going to go over the super monkey layer because you guys understand that already. So we got Dartling ammo dump. And what does this actually do? Would I recommend this? Depends on your gameplay. If you like Dartling guns a bunch, go ahead and get it. Me personally, I don't use Dartling guns because I really like the farms. But that's another thing. If you use farms a lot and Dartling guns, you can use them together and not really have a problem. So what actually happens with the Dartling gun ammo dump? Now, oh yeah, look, it's a regular Dartling gun. Shoots normal, it has the same amount of popping power and all that, but you can fix it. So you can do kind of like a mortar and just be like, boom, shoot over there, and now you can use your mouse and do whatever you want with this. So this is interesting. I don't really know if I'd want to really use this if I was going to use specialty buildings. I'd probably stick with something a little bit better, or something that gives me an advantage. The one reason why this is good is because you could have different guys aim at different sections. So yeah, sorry, that's my phone. So you could have different guys aim at different sections. So for example, a good spot to put these guys is, instead of putting them like in a random corner or something like that, you could put them along a really, really long straightaway and put them like somewhere like this, and then fix them over here, and then you could have them shoot all along this path or something like that. You could do something like that, or even like face them towards here and then get your banana farms over here. So these guys, yeah, I mean, totally up to you. I'm not even really going to tell you if you should get it or you shouldn't get it, because it's totally up to you. The next one is the sniper. So we have the rifle range, more lag. Activate this guy. I do not actually own these two, if you noticed. It still costs money for me. But we got the free one. And would I really recommend this one? I don't know. I don't know, really. Man, it's getting really bad with the lag. I think it's because I keep going in and out of games. The game can't keep up with me. So this is the last one, so I guess it really wouldn't matter too much. Alright, so we got the snipers. So what does it do? It's every other shot, I believe it shoots an extra layer. Don't yell at me if I got that wrong. But realistically, yeah. So that one popped 3 layers. Popped 3 layers. Then pop 2 layers. Yeah, so it pops 2, then 3, then 2, then 3. Now if you get a stronger one, it could pop even more balloons. So for example, I actually tested this out, and this guy can actually, I don't know if I tested it out or somebody else tested it out, but, you know, I'm not even going to go into that. Well, realistically, it's not really the best specialty building. If you really, really love snipers for whatever reason, go ahead and get it. Go ahead and use him. I really wouldn't use him very often. Some daily challenges, maybe, but realistically, he doesn't really get that much more popping power. The only good thing is, if you have something like a rainbow or something like that, if you pop it into, for example, yellows, you know you're going to get like 5 yellows. But if you get an extra popping power, you're going to pop all those balloons into greens. So realistically, it's not 1 popping power, it's like popping an extra like 5 or 6 balloons, just to give you sort of an insight about that. The next one is, oopsie doodles. The next one is the Super Monkey layer, which is extremely expensive, and all it does is super monkeys can see camo. So I'm not even going to show you guys that because my game is lagging way too much, but it's Super Monkey layer, and I think overall it costs like $9,000 or something like that to get super eyes that can detect camo. Totally not worth it. There's so much stuff that can see camo. You guys do not need super monkeys that can see camo. There's realistically no point to it whatsoever. Unless you're just a really big noob and you can't see camo for some reason. So yeah, overall, Super Monkey layer, interesting. Wouldn't get it just because it's so redonkulously expensive. So that's really all I got for this. I hope you guys actually watched this entire thing. I know it was kind of long, and you guys probably don't really care that much what I think about every single one. But let's just go over them really fast one more time. Which ones would I recommend? Dart Training Facility? Yes. Tech Research Center? Probably not. Boomerang? Yes. Bombing Range? Probably. Expire? Yes. Ice Fortress? Yes. Ninja Academy? No. Spikes for Us? No. Mortar Emplacement? If you use them correctly? Yes. Surprisingly. Ace Private Hangar? Nuh-uh. Not good enough for the price. Pirate Cove? No frickin' way. We don't need camo detection. Glue Supply Depot? If you like glue, excellent. I definitely use glue a lot, so this is good for me. Dartling ammo dump, depends on your gameplay. If you like Dartling guns, go ahead and get it. Rifle range, not really. Could be helpful, I wouldn't really get it. And then Super Monkey Lair, just way too freaking expensive. But if you really love Super Monkeys that much, go ahead and get it. So that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and have a really nice day.